Praise to the gods and peace to the elements. Hey world, it's your girl Corinne here with some more cardio and chat. Now, I know I have not posted in quite a little bit. Apologies about that, but I'm doing my level best to get back onto things. So thank you, Marcus, for the push on making sure I get this video posted today and getting my cardio in. Now, today's topic, I actually decided to do something different. At first I was going to talk about lemongrass. I'm going to probably do that on the next video. Today I want to talk about a different topic that's very near and dear to my heart and something that I've currently been doing, and so I wanted to share. So right now, you can go ahead and start walking or do some low intense cardio, because you should be doing cardio while watching this video. It's all about being active, right? Now, every time you hear the chime, that's when you're going to start running. And then you will walk, run as you hear the chimes. All right? That wasn't the chime, that was my phone. All right, so start walking if you have not already. So today, let's discuss a topic that I personally do and that I have been finding so much power and energy in. So what brought me to this thought? Well, a few things. One, knowing that our food supplies have been completely corrupted, I often found myself wondering if food is even worth eating these days. Now, of course, we still gotta eat, right? But more than anything else, I'm wanting to maximize my time when eating and limit how much toxins I put into my system. So by doing this, I also realized by doing some deeper dives that there are some spiritual contexts to this as well. But I found it to be just interesting for me and a great joy in my life that's changed my whole dietary eating patterns. Now, before I go into this, I want you to know that everything is not for everyone. So make sure you check with yourself, you check with your healthcare professional before jumping into anything. Go ahead and start running. So the new biohack that I'm doing is eating once a day. Now, no, this is not a new concept. It's just new to me. Now, it's not that I don't consume anything else throughout the day. I do snack, but I snack on like raw foods. But I keep it really light snacks so that way my digestive system doesn't overwork. Now, some of the things I discovered on this journey was eating one meal a day works in sync with my body's natural rhythms, helping it really function more efficiently so that when I do eat, my digestive system kicks into gear, breaking down the macronutrients for energy, absorbing vitamins and minerals, and regulating my blood sugar through insulin. Now, although there are, well, let me put it this way. There are some massive scientifically proven benefits to eating one meal a day. Go ahead and start walking, and I'm going to drink a little bit of water. Probably a little bit more than a little bit, but I haven't been doing my cardio lately, and I see how winded I've gotten just in this short amount of time. Anyway, I'm not editing because you get what you get on this page, right? Now, for anyone at this moment, right, so you do want to eat something throughout the day, and although that I'm saying like this is what benefited me, this is actually going to be beneficial for everyone out there, right? So our liver gets to work processing fats and proteins while your gut absorbs nutrients to fuel your body. Go ahead and run. So through research, I actually found that by concentrating or condensing my food intake meals to one time, my digestion is more efficient. I reduce metabolic stress, allows my body to focus on repair and recovery between meals. Now, this is the biohack that I encourage, especially my 40-somethings. And this can actually be like my 30-somethings too. But at less than that, your metabolism is firing just fine. So this may not be a major concern for those early, but something that we can seek to do later in life. Now, I do recommend especially doing something like this after a total detox of your organs, because this is a great way to keep the system operating at its highest functions. Now look, if I had someone to tell me this, back in the day, I believed that I'd be healthier than I am now. I still believe that I'm healthy, but I would be healthier. And I would definitely say, first 25 to 30 years of your life, enjoy. Don't focus on any dieting, right? After that, the next 30, focus on clearing your system. 60 years and beyond, live off the land, right? And you just watch the fountain of youth kick in. No ailments, diseases, etc. Now, If you're like me, you're already on this train, right? Don't worry, it's better to start sooner than later, and there's still time. Now, I'm not gonna say it's easy, but it does get easier, and eventually your mind doesn't even think of it as a struggle or whatever, and you start to notice how full you become when you do eat, like uncomfortably full. But anyway, let's talk about how to get started into the 1 meal a day lifestyle, right? And if you are seriously thinking about transitioning into a 1 meal a day lifestyle, here's some things I would suggest. Take some notes. Now, the key is easing into this because jumping straight in can be a shock to your system. Your body may need time to adjust, and you want this to feel good, not like a struggle. You should be running right now also. Anyway, so here's how to do it, okay? So you want to start by slowly condensing your eating window. So if you usually eat from morning to night, begin by pushing your first meal later in the day. Instead of breakfast at 8 a.m., try 10 a.m. Then over time, push it to noon, then 2 p.m. until you get to where you're naturally eating just 1 meal a day. Now, this process can take anywhere from a week to a month, depending on your body's adaptation. But it does get easier. Now, let's talk about how to plan around big events, right? So say you're going to a party that night and you know that you're gonna be eating there. Well, go ahead and walk. Instead of stressing about it, use the day to nourish your body in a way that keeps you energized, but doesn't weigh you down and doesn't hinder your massive digestion. So throughout the day, you wanna stick to like light raw snacks, fresh fruits, raw vegetables, maybe throw some hummus in there, load up on hydration, your waters, your herbal teas, even some fresh pressed juices if you want. This keeps your digestion smooth and prevents that hangry feeling before a meal. Then, when you get to the party, enjoy your meal, okay? Don't overthink it. Your body is already primed to absorb those nutrients, and the key afterwards is supporting digestion. You want to sip on warm water to help break down the food and keep things moving, and then continue drinking regular water to flush everything out after, okay? Now, over time, your body gets used to this rhythm. The hunger signals start to adjust, energy stabilizes, and instead of feeling deprived, you feel in control. Now, this isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your body the time to fully process, absorb, and monitor what you eat effectively. Okay? Biohack the body. Now remember, snacking throughout the day on raw foods helps keep energy levels steady without overwhelming the digestive system. Do things like fresh fruits, like berries, because they deliver antioxidants that fight cellular damage. You can do raw nuts because that provides healthy fats for sustained energy, and hydrating veggies like cucumbers and carrots because they supply essential vitamins and minerals. These raw snacks actually help stabilize blood sugar and curb cravings without interfering with that deeper metabolic benefit of like longer fasting periods. And this is something you can do for life. You also want to time your 1 meal a day, depending on your lifestyle and your goals. Something I've noticed is that eating in the morning kickstarts my metabolism, boosts mental clarity for the day ahead, but I do find myself snacking more. A midday meal aligns with the peak digestive efficiency, helping your body maximize nutrient absorptions, and I do feel full throughout the day. Now, eating in the evening allows for better recovery, muscle repair, and deeper sleep. That helps me, especially because that's the time that I'm kind of relaxed and cool down, and I find myself having more evening events or times where people want to eat with me, so I tend to do a lot of my 1 meal a day in the evening, especially if I know that I'm going somewhere. So I just kind of save my calories. And that's something that I also recommend for people that makes it a little easier. You tell yourself you're going to save your calories for a particular meal. And then you just adjust, and then people kind of adjust around you as well. Now, each option has its own benefits, right? So it's all about finding what works best for you. I don't pick one day and I'll only eat breakfast, only eat lunch. I mix it up, it keeps it fun. Now, a common myth is that eating once a day slows down your metabolism, but in reality, it actually enhances metabolic flexibility. Basically, you're training your body to effectively switch between burning carbs and fats for fuel. Another lesser known benefit is autophagy, where your body cleans out damaged cells, reduces inflammation, and promotes longevity, and that's what we're here for. Now, this approach also helps regulate hunger hormones like the leptin and ghrelin, making it easier to control appetite naturally, okay? Now, these are the signals that go between your stomach and your brain, right? You put those in check. Now, on a cellular level, eating this way reduces oxidative stress, meaning your mitochondria, which, as I always say, is the powerhouse of your cells, can produce energy more efficiently. It also supports insulin sensitivity, which helps prevent metabolic disorders. Your gut also gets a break, right? Improving digestion and the microbiome balance, while the liver, pancreas, and kidneys, their functions are less straining, optimizing detoxification and overall metabolic health. Because at the end of the day, I tell everybody, your body can naturally detoxify itself. Get it what it needs to be able to do it, right? This is an amazing machine. You just gotta make it work for you. Now, in my process, I noticed the benefits the moment I started, right? It happened pretty quickly. Within a few days, I've actually heard other people notice improved digestion, steady energy, and better focus. Over time, like weeks to months, in doing this actually leads to fat loss, better hormonal balance, and deeper cellular repair. I mean, I ended up dropping 10 pounds, and I looked up and I was like, where'd it go, right? So crazy. So for me, it was a benefit all the way around. Now, the key is making sure that when you do eat, you're getting a well-balanced meal with enough protein, healthy fats, dense carbs, all to fuel the body, okay? Go ahead and run. Now, I forgot to mention earlier, but I'll add it in here because I want to talk about biologically what happens when you eat once a day with healthy snacks. So you can kind of really visually see and understand how your body processes one meal from start to finish, all right? So within the first 30 minutes, right? And I mean from the moment food enters the mouth, okay? Digestion starts with chewing. Now, it's about breaking down food, but it also actually activates enzymes in your saliva like amylase. That immediately starts digesting carbohydrates. Now, that's why chewing your food thoroughly is so important because it's a part and the start of your digestion system. Now, once you swallow, the food moves down your esophagus and lands in your stomach, okay? Little organ right here. This is where things really get to work. Like your stomach releases powerful acids and enzymes like hydrochloric acid and pepsin to really start breaking down proteins. Now, at this time, your stomach muscles churn, right? They churn the food, mixing it into a semi-liquid called chyme. Now, this process can take anywhere from like 30 minutes to 2 hours. So you start hearing that rumbling sensation, depending on what you ate, okay? Now, from there, we enter into the stomach digestion phase, okay? That's when we have carbohydrates start to digest, and they digest fastest. Then you have your simple sugars that starts to enter into your bloodstream, and within 30 minutes, that all happens. Then proteins tend to take a little longer, about an hour to 2 hours, because they need more time to break down before they can be absorbed in your body. Fats, on the other hand, are like the slowest to digest, since they require extra processing from bile from the liver. That's why making sure that you're eating a balanced meal with proteins, healthy fats, fibers, helps keep you full longer. Now, about that 2 to 4 hour mark, the small intestine absorption begins to happen. The chyme moves into the small intestines, where more magic happens. This is where most of the nutrients from your food get absorbed into the bloodstream. And things like your enzymes from your pancreas start to break down proteins and fats, while the bile from your liver helps emulsify fats for easier absorption. Now, the nutrients travel through the intestinal walls and go directly into your bloodstream, where they fuel your body. You should be walking. Basically, yeah, so that happens, they fuel your body. Around the 4 to 6 hour window, the large intestine process begins. And at that point, whatever your body doesn't absorb, mainly like your fiber, your water, and your waste products, that then moves into your large intestines. Here, gut bacteria goes to work. Start breaking down the remaining material, extracting additional nutrients, and producing beneficial compounds like short chain fatty acids. Okay, water is also reabsorbed, which helps form solid waste. Now at that like 6 to 12 hour mark, waste formation happens, and you should be running. By this point, whatever's left of your meal is now turning into stool. Your colon continues to absorb water, making waste more solid and ready for elimination. So 12 to 24 hours is typically your elimination phase. And for most people, food takes about 12 to 24 hours to fully travel through the digestive system and be eliminated. However, this depends on factors like hydration, fiber intake, metabolism, and gut health, okay? So some foods like processed meats and dairies can take way longer. Foods that are high in fiber can actually speed up the process, so you want to mix that with that. Now, that's the process just for like one meal. If you have another full meal, another few hours later, it starts the process all over again. So you're eating like 3 to 6 meals a day, essentially. That's how many days behind you are in digestion. If it takes like 12 to 24 hours to digest one meal, like you do 3 meals, you're like 3 days behind. It's crazy. Make sense? Anyway, now I've gotten the questions about hormones, like from my ladies. My thing is, it's not going to impact that, especially if you take hormone-binding herbs throughout the day. Putting them in your meals, or you could do like me, you put them in your drinks, your snacks, include them, like I put them in like my aloe vera, and then I'm just fine, right? And I can drop some of my herbs on my blog that talks about regulating hormones and stuff like that. Anyway, this is something that I'm definitely doing, and I'm going to continue doing for the rest of the year, and I'll be able to let y'all know exactly how it turns out. So if you want to join me, go ahead and get started on the process. Like I said, start gradually or just jump right in. It's all up to you. But I'll most likely put a blog together on my website that kind of goes over this, and it'll be a full write-up. I'll get into my whole nerd self about this. But it's something that I've been doing here for the last couple months, and I'm now at a place where I really don't miss it. Like just the other day, I was eating, I had a soup, I had some chips, I had some rice and some beef gyro. And when I tell you the fullness that I had was so crazy. Like I felt like I was about to explode, and and it was like small portions of all of it. It was so crazy to me how my body has now started shifting and my stomach has gotten smaller. It's so crazy. Even so much, I ate that in the evenings, and I typically snack at night when watching TV. And I was like forcing myself to try to snack something. Not let me know. It's all psychological. I didn't want to eat. I just felt like I had to eat. Every time I had some popcorn, I was like, I couldn't even finish the bag of popcorn because my body was like, we're full. We're digesting now. Like, stop, right? So I definitely say this is something that I recommend. There's so many people out there already doing it. I'm on a whole new track with this now. Getting in my cardio daily. Still, you can weight train. When I do say if you're going to weight train, plan your meals around heavy lifting days. So that way you don't burn out and you can still do all the things that you want to do. Anyway, hopefully that was helpful. And you can always go on my website, thatstuffnutrition.com. It will be there. Once again, check with your medical provider though. If you're taking medicines or any medications, make sure to confirm that you can do this. I don't want any problems, right? But hopefully this lifestyle will get you off of any of those medications, reset your cellular functions, and create a better, healthy human being. Yes? So, hopefully you can tell how excited I am about this and how much energy I have. But yeah, so eating one meal a day is what I'm doing, and what has helped me hit my goal this far. All right, well, until next time, love you lots. Peace, love, and light. Ciao for now.